Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are through page 19. Fun little build with our Cuckoo clock. Find my switch again. Where'd it go? I know it's gotta be here somewhere. Oh, I hit it somewhere. It's underneath. But having fun with it. It's an interesting build. Sort of a little more. I don't know what the flashing lights were. A little bit of a challenge, but also not that bad when it's all said and done. You know, it's a ROKR model, so you know it's going to be, you know, a good mix of hard and easy. But, hard part is getting all the wires loose, so I can show you the bottom side. But while I'm getting this loose, if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're building silly little models and having fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets or anything you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list, and I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. So, like I say, I'm still not sure why they have the opening door on the back, not the front, but they do. That's not a bad detail, just curious to me. But that's where we're at. Ready to jump in on page 20, so get to set you aside for a few minutes because we are going to bring you back later, but we got to build, I think we're building most of the second floor tonight. So, these guys all distributed. And in frame. Scoop my stool up where I can reach everything, and we are ready to go. Okay, so we start off. Well, we start off out here. Our gear wheel there in the bottom. There should line up those holes. Gotta be there somewhere. There they are. There one of them is. But I think it'd be easier to go the other way. This guy, get him right side up, so 12, 3, 6, and 9, so you there. Black screws go through. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be the way to do it. Then a little included teeny tiny screwdriver. It's not quite a teeny tiny one, but it's a little one. It's in. I'm surprised that lined up right on the first try on both of them. It's tight enough to hold it in place, but it's, yeah, doing good. This guy. Got the shapes lined up. Double hump, single hump. And those go like that. And we got all those silver screws go on this, so let's get one in. The rest should slide in for us, I think. Okay, here you. And just magnetic enough to mess me up. There it goes. Okay, leave it just a little loose. Focus on so I can got some adjustability for it. But it should swing into place with our, should line them up automatically once you get the second one in. And Alright. Take you. Not going all the way down, but I'm going like 90%. It does not like all this extra stuff on the way, so it'll actually focus. There she goes. The local people are getting an early start on their 4th of July celebrations. I can hear the fireworks going off. That's probably not loud enough for Mike to pick up, but it sounds like distant thunder. But Saturday night, so they're having their parties. Although the 4th falls on a Friday this year, so it seems like that would be the ideal time to just do it. But I couldn't wait to shoot off my fireworks when I was a kid either, so I can sympathize. Now, these guys, let's see. Oh. Right. Double hump goes to the top. That's this guy goes on that one. And goes on to here with the yellow up, I'm sure. Two. And these other four just work our way around. 3, 4. Oh, they all do line up with our screws. With the I think. I don't like. I painted this one on the back side. I think I'm gonna do get these guys too, because it doesn't match up perfectly, but it's. I think it's a little less obvious when it's at least the same color family. I just got to go from that far up on them. It doesn't seem like it cost, I don't know, I had never made a kit like this, but it seems like I've seen them do colors on both sides. It can't be that much more expensive on a few of these pieces. And like I said, it's not, my yellows are a lot brighter than theirs, but still, let's see, I think they've got this one, their yellow going up, so in the picture anyway. I was here. Okay, so we got that situation going. All squared away. Tabs on the back. And these guys should pop in there. Alright, got our layers in place. Let's see. So just sort of elevated there, okay. Didn't realize there was going to be a gap. That works. Okay. That's okay. That's just the first half of page 20. So now to actually get our movement in place. And these guys. So, start off and run this all the way through onto the tabs on those again. Got a nice blue background there. Should have painted this one brown, but I went with yellow, so it'll be striped. Okay. Now, assemble this little doodad. So, you, with our arrow going that way. This guy comes in. You go into these two slots. I did think I had to paint that yellow. I didn't think I had to paint the edge yellow. Okay. Let me just hit this. Just this part here. The most obvious bit. Because that's going to have the roof on top of it, so I'm not worried too much about it. Okay. And okay. Then we run black screw through that. Oh, get hold of it. I'll say just magnetic enough to not be useful. Now, movement in place. And they do not. Their picture don't have the wires in the way. But got our screw holes there and there, so there and there. Maybe should be. That seems like it's about right. Let's see if I can find it. It grabbed onto something there, so I'm going to go for it. Took a bite in there too. Excellent. Alright. And this guy goes in here. Alright. Oh, nice colorful clock assembly tower. Clock tower assembly, I guess. And that concludes page 20. On to 21. To put our hands and whatnot on it. There. Okay. With our this gear. Okay, goes over top of our chemical column. Teeth line up there. Doesn't move, but it just sort of gives it that appearance of clockwork. And our O-ring on, so it'll go all the way down. Our hand on top of it. Now, it's calling for the tool that I misplaced, that I used just the other day. It's in the box. It's in the box. Put it over here. I know it's anything. How do I keep losing stuff like this? Well, I know how to keep losing stuff like this. I'm incredibly disorganized in this area. My workspaces tend to be like that. Okay, let me take a break and find them at our tool, and I'll be right back. Okay, found it. It was hiding underneath the battery bank that I was using the other night. Okay, so it says get those on there and use the larger hole here. And does it mush in? Yep, evidently it does. It clicks in. Okay, wasn't expecting it to be so abrupt. Now, pick this one up. Got our minute hand on. Or not. Okay. Are we pushing down with it again, or just, I don't think so. Okay. Now, okay, it says we should be able to adjust the hands now. So, yeah, they appear to be working. I don't think I heard it make a spoing noise. I don't know if it picked up on the mic, but it made a wing. Never had that happen on one of these movements before. Okay, and that's the top half of 21 on down. So to the side, there's more of a frame and a few more pieces. I think we're starting with the second hand. It goes right down the middle there, it looks like. Okay. Didn't go down very far, but I don't guess it has to. You just got to ride on that central spinny part. I'm not sure. Axis. Is that right? Maybe. Okay. We'll take our the bottom of our pendulum. Go in here. Okay, so screw. Yeah, there it is. Screw goes through. Okay, front of the pendulum into our wood. So drop through maybe. Okay, so it does drop through. So all right. Lined up at the okay, let me get something here to prop you up with it. Maybe. Screwdriver. I think. Yeah, it's drawing. It's going to draw it up now. Okay. Need more hands. There we go, stand it up. place. And it's getting a little taller now, so I'll widen it up. Okay. On the back side. Make sure I don't break any of those. This guy goes in here. And it's going to be coming out there, so it needs to be yellow. I think it'll be in the same boat. This guy. Second coat on, alright. Now, I'll hit anything will break. Go in the opening down. So, there. You go in this little doohickey slanted upwards over, yeah, that way. Oh, got those. Alright. Who is that? Okay, so that's there to lock our pendulum in place so it doesn't wobble everywhere while we're working. Good design. Ooh, maybe don't put it on it though to break it. Oh. Now, this guy, hinges, not more hinges going in. Okay, so and once again, more yellow on this bit. So this is all personal preference here. You'll see, not once this stuff starts going, I thought maybe I should have gotten the plain one. Paint it to your own whims after the fact, or just leave it natural. It's sort of either or. Okay, get you in there. Unusual for the hinges to go in place in, all at once. Okay, and then this guy just slides in and over onto that little bit. So that's going to be a lock mechanism for us, looks like. And that's the end of 21. On to 22. Get to work over here on the back. And somehow without breaking everything. That looks like this is going to go further through, so I'm not going to panic and paint them yellow yet. Looks like they might be trying to trick me. Alright. Yeah, because they are both proud. And on to 21, on the rest of 22 rather, got you. That's all I need on this part, so you're going to go on. Okay, yeah, they are going to be yellow because they're going to be here, here. So hit them now while they're out. Okay. Let's see, these guys just do that little slot there. These guys into their respective places, then pop them in. Alright. Oh yeah, that's locked in on that tab there. So, I'm getting some structure together now. I think this is where our cuckoo bird's going to live. We don't get to install it tonight yet, but that's where it's going to someday be. Okay, now a few more bits and bobs for this step. Go. Oh, actually, looks like it's time to put it onto our base. Okay. So, got our unleash the pendulum. Okay, so you're free again. So we'll go in these four with our hooks and sliding over. Okay, so get my wire out of there. I think, hang on. I just noticed that nice little hole right there. Is that where the wires? Was I supposed to pull the wire through that? That would make sense. They did draw a picture of it, but it's a really bad picture, so I'm looking for... Yes. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I totally missed it. It was on page 18. We're actually supposed to do a lot more with this. Okay, so we go from here, under there. Alright, set you aside while I figure this out. Okay, so we go underneath on that one, down through the hole, all the way in. Here into there. And that's, you know, we're just going out from that end, so we got just more light. One more light on the interior here. So, okay. I don't know how I missed that. Well, I just wasn't paying attention. That's how I missed it. Okay. Back over to that. Okay, yeah, it still shows the wire going out that way there. There's the power. Okay, so that's going to be inside our tower. Looks like. Yeah. They don't really show the wires. I'm assuming we're eventually going to mount our pack here. So I think this is where it's going to end up. So this, yeah, so the wires should go to the interior of our little tower. Okay, which may, yeah, that's, whoop, yeah, right, yeah, so that, yeah, that seems right. And everybody's in place. Now, chunk it over to lock it in. All right. Now these guys, gonna lock it into our slot there. Ooh, they're shooting off the big one now. I hear it's been going on for a second. Guess it says go down, then push back. So going in, down, back, and lock it in. Oops. Behind that corner there, you can see. Over here, I guess get the brown showing. Okay. Yeah, the slots are big enough to slide them in. So yeah, slots are much bigger than the tabs. So that's Okay, it's my shutter. Okay. Felt something move over there. When I picked it up, so I didn't want to. Okay. Everybody nice and tight. Flush in. Alright. So, second floor is installed. Let's do, and I think that concludes page 22. I'll do one more page here, I think. It should be, decoration shouldn't take too long. Okay, I get to do some more wiring, so I get to run this string a little bit more. So actually pay attention and do it in proper order this time. Decorations and a beam and a few securing bits. So we're on the back side. This guy goes here. And all these are the doodads that hold it in place, but I think I've got a plan. I'm going to sort of loosely get these guys in here. These bigger ones. Not pushing them all the way down, but got them in place. Those are supposed to hook underneath there, and that should just line up, yep, for these guys. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, should be ready to roll. Or break. Okay. They gave us spares on that one, just gotta remember what the C. Yeah, they gave us lots of spares on that. Oh, yeah, they say they gave us spares on that one, but I don't see. Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, there they are. Yep, there are spares. There's 2 spares, so I can mess up one more time. Okay. Edge it up a little bit here. Let's see if I can do it this way this time, maybe. There. Get back and pop it through. I can watch and line it up. Yeah, that's much better. And pop those a little bit tighter now. And got a new brown paint pen. Actually, it's a pretty good match to this, but not the rest of the brown I've been using. Okay. Now, this guy, where are you at? Goes. Okay, we lift up our clock wiring. Again, we'll wrap it over here out of the way. And this guy goes in. Got the angled one here, straight one there, so it should. There we go, sort of wedge it in a little bit. Oh. Pops right in place and locks in pretty good. Nice. A little worried when I saw that. Then these guys go into the slots. Let's see. There we go. Inside here. Okay, so they're run in there. Now, take our light string from here, go around the top on that one, get them both in there, and there, okay. Okay, through our hole in the front. Here. You in. Actually, let me. Looks like it's going to be fighting me a little bit, so let me loosen it up there, bring you in, go here, bring you under, back up, so we got light on our clock face, looks like that's what that's for. Back in through there. It's supposed to be on top or underneath. Not sure. Oh, before I do that, let me oh, wait a second. I know what I'm doing wrong. Gotta go underneath this bar. That's why it wouldn't reach. Yeah. Oops. Okay. So underneath there. Okay, so back in place on the okay. There. Up. Okay. Underneath the crossbar. Actually, yeah. No. That looks like a wire holder too, but it's not long enough to do that. All right. Now, move here. Over the top. Yep, that works out. Puts an LED right on the bottom of it. And you back in here. And make sure we get it out of the way of our pendulum pushed up against the wall there. Whoop. I'll pull it out of this. That part. Keep it in there. Okay. Alright, there it goes. And that is going to get us done for the night. Yeah, that's good progress. Let's see. Let's find the birdhouse. I think, I'm pretty sure this slots right in. No, it doesn't. It's going to have more. No, there it goes. It does slot right in there. We don't do that. We still got to put the battery pack and everything in back there, but that does fit perfectly. So that's. Don't get your hopes up by putting that in the thumbnail, though. Now, let's see. But can't. So we got our wires ready to be hooked into our battery pack here. Let's see. For the green. I decided it was going to go up through here, didn't I? There you are. Yeah, that's going to reach all our other goodies too. Alright, so let's get those lights powered back on. That's what I really want to see. Back over to my instructions. Which one goes where? Way back at the beginning. Okay. So. This guy. No, that's like this, yeah. So red at the top. It goes 2. Blue and white 3 or 2. Other way, yep. So green must be you. Okay. Now, here, and yeah, it's going to provide some good light on the internals. When the light's on, that pendulum's going to be a little creepy, I think. Yeah, I'm digging it. That's plenty of light on the inside. Like I don't know if there's. Looks like there's going to be more walls here, so we're going to get more light coming out, I think. But there we go. That's where. Yeah, I guess. Gotta let it cut loose one more time. I'm still thrilled by that. Alright folks, I'll call that a night. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel over there if you want just some silly little experiments a couple times a month. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and over here is the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.